Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can, and I continue with Dishonored, Death of the Outsider, Blind. Now I've robbed the bank rather thoroughly. Well, I guess it remains to be seen. I probably missed like 2,000 coins or whatever, but you know, I've looted all of the main lockers in the vault. And as such, I'm ready to get out.
This place will be a mess when they find out what I've done.
Unless they
But until then, nothing but quiet.
Unless they summon additional guards, but then I'll just run. You know, when I'm on my way to exit a level, I don't really care that much about confronting the enemies. Okay, didn't kill anyone, got spotted 25 times, which is par for the course at this point. Wow, I missed like half the coins and 2 paintings. That's quite disappointing actually, and rather embarrassing. Also missed 1 bone charm apparently. Oh, wait. Maybe I can. Okay, I usually don't do that, but this is the code, right? To the last, because met some drunk who has a lockbox near a journalist. So yeah, I will. Let's do this. I will reload and just quickly loot it because, like, it's a bit cheesy, but I had that information, I just forgot about it. Okay, so that's that. Okay, so that's additional 500 gold, which is nothing to scoff at. Unlucky target, stole the contents of Dr. Galvani's safe. It's a steal, robbed the black market in the Upper Syrian district. A pleasant slumber, sedated the bank personnel using the poppy tincture. An eye for the art, stole the painting from the delivery boat. Bragging rights, retrieved the gemstone from Dolores Michael's bank. Okay, let's continue. The stolen archive. Eleuterios Cienfuegos, an ex-member of the Eyeless, stole important documents about how to enter the Void and sent them to the Royal Conservatory. Make your way inside and look for the stolen archive.
I watched the fires burn all night. Smoke blocking out the stars. Water hissing as the hull of my old ship blackened around his body. Daud, gone at last. How many tried to kill you and came no closer than I did all those years ago? How much coin was on your head, old man? Now no one but the Void can collect. For years, I imagined the Outsider offering me his mark. Instead, he's given me the knife that made him. A weapon that can surely unmake him as well. I can't begin to understand his motives, but I know what Daud wanted. And if he's got to wander the Void forever, maybe I can give him some measure of peace by ending this. As the dreadful whale burned to cinders, did the Outsider laugh or just watch? Same as me. It's as fine a pyre as I could make. Farewell, Daud. I'll finish what you started. I had that ship for years, and it burned away in hours. Daud is dead, and Megan Foster died with him. One of the Eyeless, a painter and pharmacist, stole information about how to enter the Void. His name was Cienfuegos, and he was obsessed, just like the rest of them. But he went too far. Before the Eyeless killed him, he sent what he'd stolen to the curator of the Royal Conservatory. Maybe she could have helped him. He never found that out. The curator is gone, but whatever Cienfuegos sent her is still there. The Abbey of the Everyman has taken over. They've sent overseers and oracular sisters to search the place for heresy. I need to find whatever's left of the pharmacist's archive before they tear the conservatory apart.
For years, we planned jobs just like the bank. Watching houses from rooftops, stealing keys, bribing servants, sharpening our blades as we waited for the right moment. You were proud of what we could do. I knew that much. I never told you about my time in Karnaca. How I came to Dunwall. How the outsider marked me and made me the man I was. As I look out on the water for the last time, I know none of that matters. Who I thought I was will end with me. All that will be left of me is your memories. You were the best I ever taught. Your betrayal was expected. For the lives we led then, you had no choice but to turn against me. But now, I find myself counting on you again. You have what you need. You will.
Oh, damn it.
For years, we planned jobs just like the bank. Watching houses from rooftops, stealing keys, bribing servants, sharpening our blades as we waited for the right moment. You were proud of what we could do. I knew that much. I never told you about my time in Karnaca. How I came to Dunwall. How the outsider marked me and made me the man I was. As I look out on the water for the last time, I know none of that matters. Who I thought I was will end with me. All that will be left of me is your memories. You were the best I ever taught. Your betrayal was expected. For the lives we led then, you had no choice but to turn against me. But now, I find myself counting on you again. You have what you need. You will find out what to do. It's time, Billie. Kill the outsider. Remove this terrible power from the world. For everything we did. And everything it did to us. I could have died 100 bloody ways. But in the end, here I am. On your ship. Sipping your last good whiskey. That's not so bad. Thank you, Billie. And farewell.
Okay. Syria Gardens.
The information I need could be in the archives down in the conservatory basement, or in the curator's office. It'll be full of Abbey zealots either way.
Missing pharmacist found dead. The horrifying found of a bloodless body in an alley of Yakonda Street has the Grand Guard on high alert. The victim was Eleuterio Cienfuegos, a respected pharmacist whose family business has been a part of the Upper Syria district community for over 50 years, his body was exsanguinated at another location and dumped into the alley, the same method used in several other recent deaths. The guard has no comment on this apparent serial murder, leading some residents to question what they're hiding. It's under crown killer, that's that, claims local baker Madera Jimenez. The guard says don't panic, but why shouldn't we? We are all at risk. A reward is offered for the information related to Cienfuegos' murder. Eleuterio Cienfuegos, glimpsing the beyond. Pharmacist, painter, and an Upper Syria district resident, Eleuterio Cienfuegos is in the spotlight of the Carambola Gallery's last showcase of Karnakan artists. Self-taught in a studio he maintains above his pharmacy, Cienfuegos shows an adept hand at color, form, and technique. Yet the most intriguing thing about his show is the artist's subjects. The most striking of his paintings are a series which Cienfuegos has titled Impressions of the Void. Rough landscapes of blackened stone are juxtaposed with dreamlike figures. They are drawn in long brushstrokes, at once angular and full of grace, and the viewer can't help but be absorbed by the scene. In an artist's statement, Cienfuegos spoke about the unusual subject matter. The void is a constant presence in our lives, yet we know nothing about it. It remains a place of dreams and memories. In my work, I've tried to illuminate some small portion of this eternal mystery. Carambola Gallery is supported through a generous donation by Dolores Michaels, director of Michaels Deposit and Loan.
Some minds get fixed on one thing and never find a way out. Cienfuegos wanted to see the void. Well, maybe he's seen it now. Only the outsider knows how long the eyeless have kept their hideout a secret. I'll find out where it is.
Page from Dolores' journal. Before I can seize my immortality, I must deal with the mess Cienfuegos created. Outsider take that traitor. The cult can never know that he stole the documents they entrusted to me. If the information about their secret void entrance fell into the wrong hands, it would destroy everything. My plans would be ruined. No, I won't let that happen. Those oracular sisters have closed off the Royal Conservatory, but that's a minor obstacle. I know well that there is always a way past the most secure defenses. I just need to think of it.
Months ago, the conservatory closed with barely a warning. The Abbey is only just finding out what black magic was being practiced inside.
Blind Sisters search Royal Conservatory. In an exceptional turn of event, the Abbey of the Everyman has deemed it necessary to dispatch members of the Oracular Order to investigate the Royal Conservatory. Readers will remember the sudden closure of the conservatory last year, with representative sightings an infestation of mites. This did not explain, however, the presence of the Grand Guard at all hours, nor the strange woman spotted in and around the building. As the Abbey sends its most secretive members to the site, we may only conclude that some event of great concern has occurred there. The Blind Sisters, as they are known, were seen early this morning entering the Royal Conservatory with a contingent of overseers. When approached for a comment, the sisters did not respond, and your humble journalist was forcibly encouraged to leave the area. Large bonfires have since been kindled in the streets, and it is believed that the portion of the Royal Conservatory's once impressive collection have already been burned. In the interest of safety, the Garden District has been placed under lockdown on the authority of the Abbey of the Everyman, and residents are reminded to comply with all overseer orders.
Even the Oracular Order is here. That's strange. They almost never leave their chapels.
Oh, okay. So that's how I leave once I'm done. Okay.
I'll finish what you started, Daud.
No more tobacco. No more liquor. No more listening to Daud muttering in his sleep. I held the rat charm, hoping to see Daedra's face again, but now I hope last night was the last time. When she came to me, she smiled, and I knew she had something to share again. First she kissed my lifeless eye, then held up what she has been hiding behind her back. It was Daud's hand, cut off at the wrist, and all carved with the outsider's mark. I watched as she bent her head and kissed its cold flesh too, all the while whispering in that language I only heard in the void. Then she dropped the dead hand, and it sank into the black and disappeared. Did the outsider show me this? Is he using Daedra's face, her hands, her hair? Things I would never share, things that I keep close to my heart. If that's true, I don't know why, and I don't know what it means for the old man. I don't think he's found any rest, even now.
Fine day's work, brother. We need only record the heretical text we burned today, and our task is complete. Now, where's that ledger?
Here, on the bench. But don't worry. I already noted all of the burned books. We should see if Sister Rosewood needs a hand, though. She discovered
There's
some
nothing I
troubling
can save
items
from
in
that
the
fire.
curator's office.
It's all ashes.
What now?
I need
Another
to check that ledger and
blasphemous
see if what I
romance?
want is still
More
here.
bizarre cures for impotence? I tell you, I've seen enough take-one mandrake root recipes to last a lifetime.
No, this was different. Sister Rosewind saw the archive's hiding place in a vision. She seemed deeply disturbed by what was in it, from what Brother Diaz told me. He heard her whisper, this could destroy the Abbey.
What? Stop this talk. It is nearing blasphemy.
Okay, first, let me mark them, because it's going to make them quite inept.
That we unite against the spirit of the unknown that would drag us, screaming into the night, never to return.
Still no word from our sisters. Strange. Very strange indeed. I must draw strength from my brothers. For are we not as one?
Okay, I really think this bone charm that makes them less observant when they are marked is a little bit overpowered. Like they're really borderline disabled.
know, but I saw her crawl out of that open hatch in the courtyard. I believe there is now only one witch left alive in the cellar holding chamber.
Our therapy has thinned their numbers. Have you searched this one's corpse?
Not yet. Brother Cardoza will want to examine it personally. Her death will serve the Abbey better than her wicked life ever could.
Very true, brother. We must send someone to inspect that vent. We don't want another desperate rat creeping through the pipes.
Okay, I think they should probably stay inside for the time being. So I'll just take out the overseer in the streets here.
We need to prepare the carriage for the roving vice overseer. He travels to Calero, then Dunwall on Abbey business later today. So it would seem. I'm certain the High Overseer will be most interested in his report about what transpired here, and in the oracular sister's prophecy that he carried with her.
Okay, he was talking to someone, so there has to be at least two of them around. Okay, let's read that ledger. A memory of 1849, except from a report by Brianna Ashworth. Karnaca thrives on stories of restless spirits and malevolent dead. No matter how threadbare the tale, it spreads through servants' quarters and tap rooms, shifting and changing all the while. I've collected reports of strange happenings since our ritual in 1849, which brought Delilah back to us. That coward Stilton still lives in the same house. 2 years ago, a kitchen girl from his serving staff fled her post and refused to return, saying she had spied apparitions exchanging a muted conversation in the courtyard. Then a man who had delivered fruit to the manor for years abruptly stopped and never spoke of reasons why. I've even heard that Stilton himself has paid inordinate sums to allow his staff to visit physicians for mental exhaustion. Some have heard strange voices in their ear, while others saw shimmer of light that defied all explanation. These events, I have no doubt, are connected to what we did that night. We have torn reality to allow a piece of the void to pass through, and it spreads where it will. I wonder how far-reaching the effects of the ritual might become. Account of the heretical items from the Royal Conservatory. This is a complete listing of heretical items that have been submitted to thorough examination during the month of Rain, 1852. Still under investigation. Curator's office papers, silvergraphs, notes, letters. Note: the location of these documents was revealed to the oracular order in a vision. The archive has been confiscated by Sister Roswin. She will personally examine it for potential heretical properties and communicate her findings directly to roving Vice Overseer Cardoza. Heretical contraption, lenses, desecrated caskets, wires, devices will be dismantled and sent to the Abbey once the Sister's examination is complete. Burned or shipped to the Abbey, 43 crates of books of arcane recipes, heretical studies, spells, ritual instructions, blasphemous stories, 17 crates, vials of unknown potions, salves, herbs and roots, 10 crates of human hair, animal bones and body parts, 3 shawls embroidered with heretical sigils, 1 altar wooden, carved, wax-coated, well used, 1 child's doll, husk body, wizened apple face, stuck with pins, 34 runes and amulets, 7 notebooks and personal diaries, 2 scrying glasses, 1 crate, various devices for self-gratification. Really interesting. Although, well, is it really that interesting? To be honest, it's like what? This is analogous to... this is a pretty modern setting. Like, they have electricity. So, you know, devices for self-gratification, to be honest, in one way or the other, they have existed since antiquity. You know, they had what was basically dildos in ancient times, and they often made them from interesting materials such as ivory and stuff. Like, you know, they were actually for the nobility. They were like prized items, and they you know, they made them with the same care that they made every item to be used by noble people. So, to be honest, in retrospect, that's not that interesting at all. 3 sets of children's teeth and fingernails. Okay, that's a little more interesting, also more disturbing. One ash tree cut out at the root from the Conservatory terrace. 4 crates of candles, incense, bells, and assorted ritual items.
Sister Rosewind is keeping documents in the curator's office. I need to find them. It's all diary scribbles and rhymes. Nothing useful. They'll burn away every trace of witchcraft from this place.
Okay, before I go to the conservatory itself, I want to explore the surrounding district.
The streets are closed on Abbey orders.
Aha, there's a black market shop.
Oh, you made me jump. It's been a long time since anyone came in through that door.
There probably does exist a way to break in here, so I'll mostly just buy upgrades. So what bone charms do you
You
sell?
look like you drive a hard bargain. I best be on my guard.
Gain an additional portion of void energy. Okay, it's pretty cool actually.
The conservatory visitors used to be my best customers. Such exotic items they asked for. Now it's all weapons and trinkets.
Okay, first let me buy
Don't see many customers.
whatever
Someone
upgrades
looks armed and dangerous.
whatever upgrades I might still want, which is for example this.
It's all yours. Enjoy.
I don't need grenades, and I don't need Well, I guess the hook mines are non-lethal. I'm kind of interested in the alternate functions, but I assume they are of the destructive variety. I'll take this. Reduce the noise produced by the hyperbaric grenade.
Nice doing business with you.
I don't need the sticky grenades. Alternate functions. Yeah, I'll take that. I'm not sure what the alternate functions are, but presumably it will tell me. Because that's pretty much it, as far as upgrades go, that I would even want.
As soon as I save enough coin, I'm retiring to Calero. A peaceful old age of brandy and cigars. That's what I want.
I will take this. And this.
You're armed to the teeth.
I guess I'll save the rest of the money just in case.
Come back next time you need something.
Okay, so I've got a smuggler's passageway. Smugglers have previously been able to infiltrate the conservatory without being noticed. The passageway is through the sewers to the right of the main entrance. Okay, that's not that useful, to be honest. I probably would have figured that out on my own. What are the contracts for this level? Alvaro and the Abbey. I have a good reason to believe that the Abbey of the Everyman is committing unspeakable crimes within the Conservatory. If you're as fond of them as I am, kill every last blind sister and overseer, except for Brother Cardoza. Leave him in one of his musical chairs, and I'll deal with him myself. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Pilfer the prophecies. Sister Rosewind keeps a detailed record of her prophetic visions. Rumors has it that she knows every secret in the Isles. Murder, treason, love affairs. The kind of information could turn me into a very powerful lady. I'll give you all of my bone charms to whoever manages to infiltrate the Royal Conservatory and steal that book. Risky wager. I abandoned my apartment last night because of the Abbey's wretched quarantine. In my haste, I left a precious relic behind, but I doubt anyone has seized it, considering how well protected it is. In fact, I'm offering good coin to anyone who is clever enough to bypass the defenses and leave to tell the tale. Okay.
Tempts mysteries and craves answers. And all it gives is a form to the world's fears. A hole in the world.
Okay, so I suppose this is probably the house that they mentioned in the note. Because...
Hey, over here.
What do you want?
It's my Lonnie. He went into that building with the red poster over there. Said he wanted to check for something real quick like. Well, that was hours ago and he's not back. And with overseers crawling all over the place, I just know something bad happened.
You look tough. Why don't you go check on him?
Can't. Promised I'd stay put right here. out of harm's way. Lon says we can't risk us both getting hurt. Well, especially if... Please. Can you just go check on him for me? I'll make it worth your while.
Especially if what? Is she pregnant?
Did you find my Lonnie yet? I told Lonnie I should go with him, but he said I have to be more careful now. Can't take risks like I used to.
Yeah, I think she is pregnant.
Did you see if Lonnie was in that bar over there? Oh, what's taking him so long?
Okay, supposedly this place is like full of traps and stuff.
Open up! We know you're in there. Surrender and we won't harm you for entering a quarantined area.
We'll just deliver you to the void.
Open the door!
Okay, that's a prime opportunity for one of those grenades, right?
Open the cursed door!
Calm yourself. You can't stay in there forever.
Do you think he escaped through a... Ah! By the strict...
No.
Okay, I'll get back to the looting soon, but a ring for Courtney. Dear Lonnie, I've been thinking about the last time we talked. You said you're torn up inside, that you can't offer Courtney a decent proposal with no ring. Well, my boss had to leave a stash of jewelry behind in her apartment when they put Syria Gardens under quarantine. If I recall right, there is a ring right there that you could use for a proposal. It'll do until you find a nicer one anyway. Consider it my wedding gift to you two. Can I take the body to like return it to her? Well, I guess at least I can give her the ring that he wanted to give her. I'll go back to her first and then go back here to loot the place.
Please.
I'm sorry. He didn't make it. But I found this letter with him. Thought you might want it.
Oh, no. Lonnie. Thank you. Here. Take this for your trouble.
No, keep it and take this ring.
Thanks, but you keep it. And take this ring. I think Lonnie would want you to have it.
What am I gonna do without him? Oh, my poor Lonnie.
Okay, let me get back to looting. Robust. Elixirs restore more health. Okay, I can take it for now. Pour the gin over the sugar and stir. Add the ice and grate nutmeg over the top. Serve in a shot glass. We'll make it hot instead, if you prefer, and if we like you. Cecil, head bartender. Wait, but... He wanted some specific place from his home, but he also said supposedly the home is like well guarded and stuff, which I doubt it's this, because this wasn't guarded at all. Abandoned my apartment last night. Yeah, but where is it? As I said, I doubt it's this. Okay, somebody died. Because I guess the rats have activated many of the traps. I hope there's no one here that could be hurt by this. This place costs no void energy if used close to an unaware character. Displays interpenetration will always kill you. Oh. Okay, so I'm never using that anyway because I don't want to kill them. So that's actually pretty awesome. Oh damn it, I think I killed one of them. Unless he was already dead? Oh, I think they were already dead from trying to... Yeah, it's even called body. It doesn't even have an actual name. Okay, I think I'm ready to go to the Conservatory. Okay, those are the sewers, I presume. Well, not quite. Oh, I guess he heard that. Okay, but maybe I can hide from him nonetheless. Just wait until he turns.
Someone is asking for trouble over there.
Okay, this is a basement of some sorts.
Outright. Others denied wrongdoing until confronted with their heresy. Trinkets of marked bone, effigies of hair and teeth, pages filled with occult markings, and then the tears. They were scrambling to testify against one another by the end. They hoped betraying their sisters would compel us to mercy, but they were all found guilty, naturally. We could barely hear the sentencing over their wails.
I am sorry to have missed it.
One spat in Brother Cardoza's face and said she would never confess.
Did she?
No. We cut out her tongue.
The overseers really are doing everything in their power to make me hate them. Not that the witches were saints, because they did some pretty fucked up things. But you know, I do think they still have human rights after that. And besides, even when, you know, capital punishment is legal, I don't think you should laugh about it. It's not a laughing matter, executing criminals. It is, you know, a solemn kind of sad necessity, even in settings where, as I said, where capital punishment is an actual thing that exists. A letter to Brother Rousseau. I hope all is well with you. How does my garden fare? Are the potatoes sprouting yet? I wish I was there to see it, and not here in this den of heretical horror. I understand how important our work at the Conservatory is, but I fear I shall never feel clean again after dealing with the remnant of Delilah's coven. Brothers, you cannot imagine how far from the strictures these creatures have fallen. They have abandoned their humanity to wallow in wanton flesh like animals, and to worship the outsider with twisted profane rituals. To read their writings is to blush with shame for such degraded beings. And for what? A fleeting taste of mortal power? Incomprehensible. I can't wait to put their filth behind me and return home to a good clean earth and bright sunrise of our quiet lives together.
Hoping to cross paths with that monstrous assassin.
Okay, I cast no shadow. That's disappointing.
Another dead thing. What happened this time?
Brother Cardoza says they keep dying during therapy. He says there's a heretical organ inside them that turns the healing power of music into pain. Their corrupted bodies reject the cleansing.
By the strictures. Imagine being so impure, so enthralled to the abyss, that you can't survive the sacred music. Those poor, lost creatures.
Don't waste your pity on them, brother. They chose to serve the outsider. They chose their profane ways. They deserve to die.
Okay, you know what? I'll go in the other direction and see what's there. Okay, so this goes back here where I've already was, right? Yeah, this is where the sewers are. Trial of Patricia Deshkova. Except from the court proceeding, prisoner Patricia Deshkova of Dunwall, female, 22 years of age, offense heresy, consortia with unclean creatures, verdict guilty, punishment reformation, musical therapy. A woman also captured in the Royal Conservatory confessed to witnessing the prisoner suckling a rat at her breast as if it were an infant. Testimony transcribed by Overseer Benson. It was a haggard thing, all skin and bones. Patricia gathered it up in her arms and held it to her until it stopped wriggling. She had no milk, but the rat gnawed at her until there was a flow of blood and then sucked on it like a baby while she cradled it and cooed. She did this once every few days until it grew fat. The wound it maid went bad and she fell down feverish for many days, and we took care of her, as she said she walked with the outsider in her sickness. Prisoner's statement to the court. He cried so pitiful, and oh, the poor thing was starved. The prisoner will be subject to experimental musical therapy to restore an appropriate aversion to vermin. Constance Bow of Pottershead, 28 years of age, offense heresy, possession of profane artifacts, verdict guilty, punishment reformation, inventory of items confiscated from the prisoner after the capture in the Royal Conservatory, submitted as evidence of witchcraft, one sharpened piece of bone, origin unknown, possibly human, 3 rat tails severed, 5 pieces of braided hair, two singed as if by a flame, unknown origin human, 1 hand mirror broken, possibly innocuous, 1 waxwork doll fashioned to look like the former Grand Inventor, burnt on sight, silvergraph of the offending item has been filed, item has been stuck with several hairpins in the neck, head and groin, 6 pieces of whalebone inscribed with lewd images, 1 pair of testicles dried and strung together, found tied around the prisoner's neck. When asked about the origin, the prisoner stated that they were your own. Guilty. Prisoner will be subject to experimental musical therapy to remove her willful nature and attraction to black magic.
We will burn a bright fire with our virtuous actions, so the others will not lose.
his name to a tree and he withered. I see you. You have a face. Your eyes sees into the deepest part of me. Let me out of this cage.
Where did you disappear to?
6 black candles. Here, look. It's a door. See the key in it. Yes, so do I. Don't change the subject. Open the door. Open the door. Open the door.
I will, because nobody deserves being tortured to death, no matter what exactly she has done. And you know, those witches, they were always a little ambiguous, because sure, they did a lot of fucked up occult stuff, but they also, like, all of them pretty much had tragic backstories of how they were young girls that turned to black magic because they were like being forced to marry someone they didn't want to, or like, you know, some kind of, like, they were abused or whatever and they wanted to defend themselves. So I will release her. Hopefully she won't commit magical war crimes after that.
What's going on here? What are they doing to you?
What are they doing to you? Your eye has gone black. Is it your punishment? They say I'm guilty of heresy. Do you think I'm guilty? Oh, I have secrets to spend for my freedom. I can tell you where my sisters stashed their precious trinkets of bone. Or I can tell you a spell to never be alone again. I know a secret way to the terrace, too. I've heard they can see the future from up there. What a view it must be. Just open the door for me. The faceless man, he has the key. I can still hear the music. Please let me out.
Okay, here you go.
Kill them first. Kill them for the pieces of me they tore away. If they turn their eyes on me again, I am dead. Will they find me? They can see everything, even inside my mind. But not if they're all dead.
Will you kill them, or will you just run? Yeah, you can leave this place, but please don't kill anyone on your way out.
It's all right. You can finally leave this place.
Leaving? I am leaving. Hear this. Search on top of the painting on the left. You'll find the key to the locked door. They have no mouths. They lie with no tongues.
How are you going to escape from here?
What do we do? What do we do? Cross 3 times. No, 4 times over the hounds and trails. Oh, my mind still sings with that awful music, but it is quieter now. Thank you. I don't know where I'll go. The world doesn't want women like us.
Okay, good luck with your life. Wasn't there a corpse here of one of the witches? Like in the chair? Ah, okay.
No way this is a cure.
No flesh, no grains, Ma. Her pink babies wail, right in the nest. Hungry cries, hollow bellies. She eats them for silence. Make nests in the walls, pink babies crying for food. Little ones, we will bring flesh for you. Men with metal faces and hands, yes. Watch for what smell, watch for smell fat and blood and burning.
Good evening, my dear. Ready for your treatment? Now, no tears. You know how important these sessions are for finding a cure. Tonight, I'm going to play the music in short intervals, and then ask you a few simple questions. That's easy enough, isn't it? Shh, relax. Let me adjust the straps a bit so you can turn your head. I know these chairs aren't the most comfortable, but... well... let's get started. There. That wasn't so bad, was it? Now, let me wipe that blood from your mouth. There. Now tell me, where does it hurt when I play the music? Behind your eyes? In your stomach? Come now. You won't answer a simple question? I want to make your pain end, can't you see that? But you have to help me. Fine. If you won't describe your pain, tell me how you started on this path of corruption. When did you first notice the outsider's corrosive touch? What blasphemies did he whisper to you in the darkness of your heart? What does his corruption feel like as it seeps through you, staining your mind and dragging you down into filth and heresy? Ah, very well. Let's try it again, shall we? For a little longer this time.
No!
Now, what's interesting to me is, because this is the anti-magic music, which, you know, I can hear it just fine, and all it does is stopping my magic from working, but it doesn't really, although, well, actually, it does hurt me. If you get really close, it can hurt you. It's like a sonic wave. So, because, okay, that's actually consistent, because I was about to question, you know, what exactly hurts them about it, but I guess it has always hurt you, even the player, you know, when you're close enough, and obviously here, I assume they are blasting it right at their face.
I remember these back in Dunwall. When it played, it was like knives sliding over your skin.
Musical healing manual. Preparation. Secure heretics in the chair with supplied leather straps. Patients will employ desperate measures to escape the healing music. The lying tongue will implore your pity, twisting like a serpent into your gentle heart. Silence please with a soft cloth as needed. Their wanton flesh will beckon to you as it rides. Half-lidded eyes will promise release for release, a carnal exchange of flesh for freedom. Resist, brothers. Harden your thoughts and turn away. The ancient music is the only cure for those lost creatures. Their redemption is your duty. Aftermath. Despite our best endeavors, many creatures cannot be saved. Their corruption runs too deep to mend. Our task is then to dispose of their wasted flesh left. Transport bodies to the morgue on the second floor and cleanse them. Remove the stains of heresy and help them find purity in death. Okay, I will continue next time because this episode has been long enough, so I'm going to save and end it for now. That's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.